95% of the universe is invisible. We can't see it, we can't touch it, and we can't catch it. We don't know what it is, and we have known this and shrugged about it for decades. Dark matter, dark energy, the singularity inside a black hole, the beginning of time itself. Every one of those is sold to us as established fact, and every one of them is something no human being has ever observed. We wrote them into the equations because without them, the math falls apart. And this is what's really amazing to me. The people who built this model are some of the smartest humans ever alive, and I mean that. But somewhere along the way, our best guess turned into settled science. And anyone who points to the holes gets called a crank. So today, let me just show you the holes with the expert's own words, and you can decide how settled the science really is. So let me show you exactly how I think modern cosmology is behaving. And I suspect most cosmologists are men, because this is so how we operate. So here's the situation I'm sure many of you have encountered. My wife asked me to grab something, in this case, the ketchup, from the fridge. And yes, we keep ketchup in the fridge. I've stopped asking why. So I open the fridge. I look. There's no ketchup. But I've been here before, so I know not to ask again. What do? I look harder, systematically, shelf by shelf. I move the milk. I move the leftovers. Check behind everything. Check everything. And finally, I still can't see the ketchup, so I give up. And then I will say, honey, there's no ketchup in the fridge. And I'm sure you know what happens next. So she comes in the fridge. She walks in. She looks for 1 second, and there it is. She finds it. It's like she pulls it out of thin air, the ketchup. Like it literally materialized. I would swear that it wasn't there before, and yet there it was the whole time. That is modern cosmology. We have been staring into the fridge for 90 years, absolutely certain the dark matter is in there. We just can't see it. It's invisible. It's there, but we're not going to ask. We're not going to look in the cupboard, because what will happen is our wife will come in and look, and there it will be. It will materialize out of thin air. We will just keep looking. We will never ask. But here's what nobody in the kitchen wants to say out loud. Maybe the ketchup isn't in the fridge. Plenty of people, I'm told, keep it in the cupboard, and apparently it works just fine. So in cosmology, the cupboard here is alternative ideas. So maybe gravity works differently than we understand. Maybe the underlying model itself is wrong. And right now, if you're a cosmologist, you are required to keep searching the fridge. Opening the cupboard, even glancing at it, gets treated like heresy. So for 90 years, we've been looking in the same fridge, still no ketchup. At some point, we need to check the cupboard. I think it's time. So I'm going to try and keep it simple, like I'm explaining it to my 12-year-old son, because honestly, that's the level of the basic ideas we are going to talk about. Dark matter. Galaxies spin so fast that their stars should fly off into space, like a merry-go-round, spun so hard that the kids get flung off. But the stars don't. That's the flat velocity curves I'm sure you've heard about. The stars don't fly off into space, despite how fast the galaxies are spinning. So scientists said there must be invisible glue, and they called it dark matter, extra mass holding everything together. And here's the part that should bother you. That idea isn't new. A scientist named Zwicky first proposed invisible mass back in 1933. Vera Rubin made it mainstream in the 1970s. So that's 90 years of searching. We built billion-dollar detectors in deep mines. We smashed particles together in giant colliders, all to catch a single piece of dark matter. And in 90 years, we have caught nothing. Dark energy. In 1988, we discovered that the universe isn't just expanding, it's expanding faster and faster. This is based on the redshift. So it's like a ball that you throw just keeps accelerating, keeps speeding up away from you. So something must be pushing it. We named this dark energy. And after nearly 30 years, we still have no idea what it is. And it's supposedly 70% of everything, 70. So put dark matter and dark energy together, and about 95% of the universe is stuff we've named but have never actually seen. And we've been okay with that for the better part of a century, so 90 years. It gets worse. So when physicists try to calculate dark energy from their best theory, they get a number that's off by 1, followed by 120 zeros. So that's not 10% off. That's not double. That's 10 to the 120 zeros. So physicists themselves call it the worst prediction in the history of physics. And we've known about that hole for decades. It still hasn't been fixed. And the newest crack isn't healing. It's splitting wider. So we measured how fast the universe is expanding in 2 careful separate ways. That's the Hubble tension, if you heard about it. Those separate ways disagree. And every time we measure more precisely with some new million and multi-billion-dollar experiment, each time hoping the gap closes, it actually grows. So a problem that's getting worse with better data is not just a little minute detail. That should be a warning light. And if you're like me, I assume that all the physicists are united. Like you might say, surely the experts are united in their views. But I was surprised. In 2025, Niayesh F. Shorty, I'm sure I'm saying that right, and his colleagues surveyed 1,675 physicists through the American Physical Society. So now this isn't a global physicist survey. This is a survey of specific physics readers. So it's not a perfect poll, but it is big and serious. And the pattern's eye-opening because where we can observe something, they agree. Where it's invisible, though, they splinter. Take the Big Bang, the one question most agreed on. But look what they agreed on, that the universe started hot and dense long ago. Did time itself begin in that moment, the way every documentary tells us? Most physicists refuse to say yes. Even our number one cosmic fact is quietly smaller than we were led to believe. Dark matter. The question is, what is it? No answer wins. And a growing group now says maybe there's no invisible particle at all. Maybe our understanding of gravity itself is wrong. Sit with that. Serious physicists openly doubting the glue. Finally, so they're considering looking outside of the fridge, considering glancing at the cupboard, but haven't yet. Dark energy, the textbook answer, the one in every classroom, lost in this survey. A changing dark energy edged out Einstein's fixed number. 1 year earlier, the textbook answer was winning easily. We had just one round of new data and the field wobbled. So for me, that is positive news. Maybe we can finally see some change. The Hubble tension. Top answer from physicists, no opinion. The single biggest group on a front page problem said, we don't know. And that is great news to hear. Quantum gravity, the theory meant to tie it all together. Top answer, again, no opinion. The famous candidate, string theory, gets under 19%. So there is no winner after 50 years. So I want to try and give some perspective here. Let's consider something we can actually dig up and touch. So for most of the last century, the textbooks were certain. Complex society, monuments, organized religion, all began about 6,000 years ago. So that's after humans invented farming. That was settled, right? That was the consensus. Then in Turkey, we uncovered a place called Göbekli Tepe. Massive carved stone pillars, arranged with a lot of care, particular order, and dated to roughly 11,500 years ago. Built by hunter-gatherers before farming, before cities. So this didn't just nudge the timeline a little bit, right? It nearly doubled it, and it flipped the whole story of how civilization began. So here's my question. If our smartest people were that confidently wrong about something right here on Earth, something only 11,000 years ago that we could literally excavate, then how can anyone be so absolutely certain about what happened billions of years ago at the birth of the entire universe? A place in time we can never visit and never dig up. So I don't think it's anti-science to ask that. I think it's the most scientific question there is. And the doubt isn't just coming from people like me on the internet. It's actually coming from the very top. Adam Riess won the Nobel Prize for discovering dark energy. In 2025, after the James Webb Telescope confirmed the Hubble mismatch is real, so not a measurement error, Riess said, and I'm quoting him here, "What remains is the real and exciting possibility that we have misunderstood the universe." That's a Nobel laureate saying out loud, we might have it wrong. So I think that is very positive. Maybe we should look outside the fridge, he's saying. And in that same year, a study looked at the giant object at the center of our own galaxy, the one everyone calls a supermassive black hole, and argued it might not be a black hole at all. It could be a dense ball of dark matter, faking the shadow we photographed. So with no true point of no return inside, no specific singularity. And right now, the data can't tell the two apart. If you saw Astrom's video on this, then that's where it's from. The expansion of the universe, the black hole in our own backyard, our textbook's favorite numbers. So all of it openly questioned in 2025 by mainstream physicists. So not by cranks on the internet. This is by people who literally built the theories. So here's the pattern, plain as day, right? What we can see and measure, physicists agree on. What's invisible, dark matter, dark energy, the singularity of a black hole, the beginning of time. That's exactly where the agreement collapses. So the universe's grandest facts are the things no one has ever actually observed. And for decades, literally decades, every time the math broke, we did the same thing. We added another invisible ingredient. So more dark stuff, a new force, a new patch. But you can only patch a recipe so many times before you have to start asking the honest question. What if the ingredients were never invisible at all? What if we just been following the wrong recipe, looking in the wrong place with the wrong fundamental assumptions? So if we can get the recipe right, maybe we don't need any dark, invisible mystery stuff to make the universe work. So if you're like me and you've ever sat through a documentary that said, and then the universe did this, and we know this, and felt like this quiet thought, wait, do we actually know that? I'm happy to say to you, as I wish someone said to me, is you're not stupid, okay? And you're not alone. Some of the smartest physicists on Earth, the smartest people ever, feel exactly the same quiet doubt. Questioning a 95% invisible model that's been cracked for 90 years isn't being a crank. I think it's being self-aware, awake. And to be fair, I'm not anti-science. I have huge respect for these people actually and what they built. I really do think they have the smartest people we have. I'm anti-certainty. I'm against pretending a model held together by invisible duct tape is finished. And I'm against treating curiosity like heresy. So real science was never about defending the textbook. Real science is about being brave enough to doubt it. In my next video, I stop pointing at their cracks and I show you something I went and tested myself using real telescope data, and some of it surprised even me. But for now, let me know which one got you. Was it 90 years of invisible dark matter? Is it a Nobel winner saying we have misunderstood the universe, or that we are dead wrong about our own history until we dug up Göbekli Tepe? I read every single one of the comments. And if you're still watching, thank you so much. If you've ever felt dumb for asking what you consider obvious questions, welcome to the channel. The Our Fractal Universe books 1 and 2 come out next week. That's 3 July. They're on pre-order sale, $2.99. Pre-orders and reviews are huge. They pretty much make or break any self-published book. So if you do like this content, please consider pre-ordering the book and writing a review. It is huge. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.